Hi, this is Kate with the Empress of Tarot. I'm going to be reading for the collective and for anybody who signs on. It's easy to participate. Just use the chat the chat function to communicate with me. Hi, Luv, Anna. .007. Hi, Devian. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little sleepy today, but trying to shake myself of that. So Devin would like to know the outcome if you contact Shay. The Fool, it will be like starting a new adventure, taking a risk, mainly taking a risk if you try to contact her. To the Chariot, action and change, a journey, perhaps a new vehicle. And the Two of Swords, it's time to make a decision or a compromise. You got it, love, Anna. Hi, Broham. Hi, Shirley. Love, Anna. I have the Six of Swords, a necessary transition, relocating or moving, or perhaps just taking a vacation. To the Wheel of Fortune, fortune's turning in your favor. Good luck. And the Two of Cups, a romantic love, partnership, proposal, or marriage. What can I get for Shirley? What is L, the Leo's current feelings and next actions towards me this week? Roar. The Ace of Wands, a new project, inspiration, the urge to create. To the Eight of Swords, self-imposed restrictions, isolation, or imprisonment. And the Death card, Scorpio energy, a big change, transformation, willingness to break from the past. Do I think he'll contact you? Let me get one card for what will he contact. From what's in the cards, yes, I think he will contact Shirley. Yes, I do think he will. What can I get for Broham 111? The Three of Pentacles, teamwork, collaboration, skill, quality, and craftsmanship. To temperance, having patience, balance, moderation, self-control. And judgment, a wake-up call, your life's purpose, reconciliation, forgiveness. Hi, Monroe. The Taurus woman, how will she feel if I contact her? The Two of Wands, waiting on results, making a choice, travel plans. To the Seven of Cups, too many options, commitment issues. And the Seven of Swords, theft, betrayal, dishonesty, running away. Is there anything to worry about for Crazy Polaroid and Danielle? Hi, Marina. I'm good. Crazy, I have the Four of Wands, a homecoming celebration, family, friends, reunions, perhaps a marriage. To the Two of Swords, it's time to make guys. And the Page of Wands, an active kid, a new project, creative ideas. What can I get for Marina, a general? Hi, Matha. The Lovers, a deep connection with your soulmate. To Judgment, a wake-up call, your life's purpose, reconciliation, and forgiveness. And the Three of Wands, teamwork, commerce, expansion, travel. What energy is coming towards next 1 to 3 months? The Six of Pentacles, generosity, giving and receiving help. To the Queen of Swords, someone who's rigorously honest, self-sufficient. And the Knight of Cups, a Prince Charming, romance, proposal, or invitation. Hi, Star Angel. A general message. The King of Cups, someone who's very emotionally secure, very tolerant, very empathetic. To the Moon, illusions, fears, confusions, not seeing things clearly, having to trust your own intuition. And the Seven of Swords, theft, betrayal, dishonesty, running away. Oh, it was fun, Synthesized Souls. I actually had to go out on a date afterwards too, so I didn't stay for very long. Hi, Gina. What is coming towards you that you can't see? Hi, Shanika. The Queen of Wands, someone who's very confident, self-assured, the life of the party. To the Moon, illusions, fears, confusions, not seeing things clearly, having to trust your own intuition. And Judgment, a wake-up call, your life's purpose, a reconciliation or forgiveness. Has Shanika met the one yet? The Hanged Man, wisdom, self-sacrifice, getting a new perspective. To the Two of Cups, a romantic love, partnership, proposal, or marriage. The two of you have met. And the Nine of Wands, keeping and maintaining boundaries, perseverance. Yes, Shanika, you have met the one. How will tonight go for Jewel? You're welcome, Gina. The Six of Wands, victory, success, being in the limelight, praise, and acclaim. To the Emperor, a fatherly figure, someone who's in a position of authority, commands a lot of respect. And the Wheel of Fortune, fortune's turning in your favor, good luck. It should go really well, Jewel. I don't know what you're up to tonight, but you're getting really good cards, so let's see, Big Scorp. Hi, Laura. The Lovers, a deep connection, the strength of two together, your soulmate. To Death, an ending to a beginning, rebirth, transformation, major changes, transformation, transforming into something else, which can be a really good card when it comes to debt. And the Two of Wands, waiting on results, making a choice, travel plans. Should Laura get involved in jazz singing? Yes, with the Queen of Pentacles, someone who's very resourceful, capable, mainly interested in domesticity and fertility. To the Star, having hope, faith, inner clarity, miracles, being in the spotlight. Another yes. And a yes with the Ace of Cups, new feelings in a relationship, a baby, proposal, or marriage. Hi, Cyrene. You resigned from your job. Is the company gonna bother me when I come back to my country? Let's see. Bother you. The Four of Pentacles, greed, desire for long-term security. To the Two of Cups, romantic love, partnership, proposal, or marriage. And Temperance, have patience, balance, moderation, self-control. I don't think they're going to bother you. Will Queen Bee be moving to a better house or Tacoma? The Nine of Wands, keeping and maintaining boundaries, perseverance. To the Queen of Wands, someone who's very confident, self-assured, the life of the party. And the Devil, addiction, greed, envy, materialism, sexual lust. Hi, Tobias. I think it's possible that you're going to move into a better house. I would be a little bit careful of this devil energy, Queen Bee. Hopefully you don't get tricked into thinking that something is better when it's actually not. Hi, Mello. Should the Black Oracle focus more on money instead of love? Let's see. You should definitely focus on money with the King of Pentacles. This is someone who is very practical, down to earth, is a good investor. You should also focus on love too with the Queen of Cups, someone who's nurturing and compassionate. And the Queen of Wands, someone who's the life of the party, very confident and self-assured, also has a really good nose for business. You should focus on both the Black Oracle or Tobias. Let's see, Mello. Should you look for a mortgage here where you are or another state? The Ace of Cups, new feelings in a relationship, a baby, proposal, or marriage. To the Wheel of Fortune, fortune's turning in your favor, good luck. And the Page of Pentacles, a patient kid, a new job, raise, or money news. I'm seeing that you should look for a mortgage where you are. Hi, Lily. Is AS thinking of Lily and will he message me? He is thinking about you with the Page of Cups and he will message. This is a studious kid, a new love, or volunteer work. To the Hanged Man, wisdom, self-sacrifice, getting a new perspective. And Judgment, a wake-up call, your life's purpose, reconciliation, and forgiveness. Will Fahad offer you a job again? No contact, Sana. The Hermit, solitude, taking time out to meditate, going within to find spiritual illumination, spiritual truth. To Strength, number 8, unconditional love, self-respect, courage, overcoming obstacles. And the Death card, an ending to a beginning, a transformation, willingness to break from the past. It doesn't look like he's going to offer you a job. Hi, Helga. Will you go on a second date with FE? The Nine of Swords, anxiety, worries, nightmares, depression. To the Ten of Cups, family, contentment, total love and support. And the Page of Wands, an active kid, a new project or creative idea. Yes, you will be going on a second date with Effie. Can I ask you guys to hit that thumbs up button? It lets me know how many readings I've done. Yes, Synthesized Souls. Oh, I didn't mean to skip Stargazing Girl. I'll be back with you in just a second, Stargazing Girl. Synthesized, you read it. The Page of Cups, a studious kid, a new love or volunteer work. To the Queen of Wands, someone who's very confident, self-assured. The life of the party also has a really good nose for business. And the Four of Swords, rest, retreat, renewal, solitude, recovery. I'm thinking you won. What can I get for Stargazing Girl? Yes, she read it. I have the Ace of Wands, a new project, inspiration, the urge to create. To the Eight of Cups, withdrawal, retreat, moving on, abandonment, change of course. And the Four of Pentacles, greed, desire for long-term security. Hi, Lisa. Will you get good news next week? Let's see. The Hanged Man, wisdom, self-sacrifice, getting a new perspective. To the Eight of Cups, withdrawal, retreat, moving on, abandonment, change of course. And the Three of Cups, a celebration, a circle of support, friendships, perhaps a marriage. Yes, you will be getting good news, Lisa. What can I get for Love Maya? How does AV feel about me? The Eight of Cups, withdrawal, retreat, moving on, abandonment, change of course. To the Star, have hope, faith, inner clarity, miracles, being in the spotlight. And the Six of Cups, nostalgia, good memories, innocence, and reunions. Hi, Yin. Can your ex contact you? I want to know what time. The Knight of Pentacles, someone who's very reliable, patient, hardworking, always gets to the finish line. To the Six of Wands, victory, success, being in the limelight, praise and acclaim. And the Queen of Pentacles, someone who's very capable, very resourceful, mainly interested in domesticity and fertility. I would say 6 to 6 weeks. Hi, Kingo. Hi, Texas Hold'em. Thank you, Yin Min. You must have known it was my birthday not that long ago. Yes, Davion. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Laurie. Hi, TT. I'm well. I'm happy. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm happy. Yes, TT. I'll try my best. What can I get for Debian? The Eight of Pentacles, mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. To the Nine of Swords, anxiety, worries, nightmares, depression. And the Six of Cups, nostalgia, good memories, innocence, and reunions. Hi, B. Thank you for that donation. Let's see. What can I get for B? Did Mimi tell G lies about me? The Queen of Swords. No, this is someone who's very honest, rigorously honest, self-sufficient. To the Four of Cups, apathy, feeling down or depressed. And the Six of Wands, victory, success, being in the limelight, praise and acclaim. And Texas is next. Yes. So Mimi did not tell any lies about you, B. What can I get for Texas? The Ace of Wands, a new idea, inspiration, new project. To the Sun, material happiness, a joyful outcome, success. And the Chariot, action and change, a journey, perhaps a new vehicle. Oh, you're welcome, Michael. I'm glad you had fun. And Texas, you will come out with a hit single. You will, for sure. Will Kingno win the lotto or just find a hidden treasure? The Knight of Wands, a lusty, free-spirited person who's very creative. To the Page of Wands, an active kid, a new project or creative idea. And the King of Wands, a bold leader who's charming and courageous. You're definitely going to find a hidden treasure, King Nell. Winning the lotto, probably not. What can I get for Laurie? Will something happen romantically between me and H in the near future? Yes, the Sun, material happiness, a joyful outcome, success. To the King of Wands, a bold leader who's charming and courageous. To the Wheel of Fortune, fortune's turning in your favor, good luck. Yes, Laurie, something will happen. What can I get for Brittany? Will my ex-boss Lola give payment by the end of the week? The Two of Pentacles, multitasking, weighing two different options. To the Empress, fertility, creation, pregnancy, abundance, good parenting. And the Seven of Cups, too many options, commitment issues. You will receive payment, but it might not be by the end of the week. What can I get for TT? Past, present, and future. In the past, you have the Magician, focus, creativity, turning visions into reality, manifesting. In the present, you have Death, Scorpio energy, a big change, transformation, willingness to break from the past. And in the future, you have the Hanged Man, wisdom, self-sacrifice, getting a new perspective. Ethereal vibes. Is it over between me and Sag? No, it's not over. The Sun. This is material happiness, a joyful outcome, success. To the Nine of Wands, keeping and maintaining boundaries, perseverance. And the Knight of Cups, a Prince Charming, romance, proposal, or invitation. I don't think it's over, ethereal vibes. Hi, Smiley. Texas Hold'em, I don't remember your last card. Is Tonia lying to me? Let's see. The Knight of Cups, a Prince Charming, romance, proposal, or invitation. To the Moon, confusion, illusions, not seeing things clearly, having to trust your own intuition. And the Two of Wands, waiting on results, making a choice, travel plans. With the moon card, it could be really confusing about whether or not she's lying to you. I would trust your own intuition. If you think that she is lying to you, then you're right. So trust your gut. Hi, Brit's World. Does LC see Kelvin romantically? Hi, Caribbean Girl. The Page of Wands, an active kid, a new project or creative idea. To the Eight of Wands, speed, action, love letters coming in really quickly. And the Queen of Cups, someone who's very nurturing, very compassionate, a healer. Yes, Kelvin is thinking romantically. Hi, Severe. Will Anthony ask me to be his girlfriend, propose for marriage, or neither? The Devil, addiction, greed, envy, materialism, sexual lust. Sorry, I don't think I'm frozen. To the Six of Pentacles, generosity, giving and receiving help. And the Wheel of Fortune, fortune's turning in your favor, good luck. It looks like he's going to ask you to be his girlfriend. I can't tell you if he's going to propose or not. What can I get for Renu Singh? Separation with Rishi. The Five of Wands, competition, rivalries, obstacles, or sports. To the Page of Wands, an active kid, a new project or creative idea. And the Emperor, a fatherly figure, someone who's in a position of authority, commands a lot of respect. I think it's possible that he misses you, Renu. Hi, messages by Kay. How are you holding up? I would for a donation, Renu Singh. You already asked a question, so one question per session. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kay. Um, there's strange people everywhere. And I guess on Facebook, they can act a lot stranger if they want because they're just online. They're maddening. Oh, no. Well, that's no good. It's no fun to feel bad. No fun to get upset. Hi, artists. Artists, I have the Queen of Swords, someone who's very honest, rigorously honest, self-sufficient. To the Sun, material happiness, a joyful outcome, success. And the Ten of Wands, stress, exhaustion, too many burdens, job burnout. Hi, Tahara. I'm doing okay, Miss K. I'm a little tired today. I might not stay online for that much longer. I might take a nap. That's how I deal with stress. Let's see, Tahara. The Eight of Swords, self-imposed restrictions, isolation, or imprisonment. To the Ace of Wands, a new project, inspiration, the urge to create. And the Star, have hope, faith, inner clarity, miracles, being in the spotlight. I think so, Tahara. Just don't lose hope or faith. It was a big yes. Hi, Lau. Let's see. Do I see the dog getting better over the next week? The dog is currently having some obstacles, but they will overcome the obstacles with the strength card number 8. To the Seven of Swords, theft, betrayal, dishonesty, running away. And the Seven of Wands, standing his ground, defending against competitors. It's a little tricky doing a reading for a dog, but I see he's definitely having some challenges. But with that strength card overall, I think he'll be able to make it through. Hi, CJ. CJ wants a whatever comes out cards. Oh, my phone just keeps going off. The Eight of Wands, speed, action, air travel, love letters coming in very quickly. To the Ten of Swords, an ending, betrayal, feeling backstabbed. And the Devil, addiction, greed, envy, materialism, sexual lust. Ooh, CJ. Will Caribbean girl ever be able to purchase a home again? Wasn't it? Oh my gosh, the Devil and the Ten of Swords. That sure was. Caribbean girl, I have the Queen of Wands. Someone who's confident, self-assured, the life of the party, also has a good nose for business. Yes, CJ, I'll clarify on the Devil for you and the Ten of Swords. To the Empress, fertility, creation, pregnancy, abundance, good parenting. And the Page of Swords, a gossip, spy, prying eyes, the truth. I believe you will be able to purchase a home again. Okay, so why the Devil, CJ? Why? The Page of Swords, gossip, spies, prying eyes, the truth. And why the Ten of Swords? The Ace of Cups, a new relationship, baby, proposal, or marriage. Something has to come to an end for you to have a new beginning, CJ. I think a relationship has to come to an end. And then with the Devil and the Page of Swords, maybe it's like there's something you're doing that is kind of addictive, but only a few people see what's going on. Maybe you don't even recognize it as being like an addiction or something. I hope that makes a little bit more sense. But the Page of Swords shows up when someone's like checking you out. So they might be checking on your behavior. Yeah, and watching tarot actually can be, you can get the Devil card. Honestly, like, I don't know. A lot of Christians are very against tarot. including my boyfriend. He's a Christian. What's that? You have to stop watching them on tarot at some point? Um, he's never really asked me to stop. He kind of knows it's my thing, but he questions me about it, and he doesn't really believe in it. Like, he doesn't understand it in the first place. Like, he doesn't really get it. Like, he doesn't understand why anyone would do tarot. He has a bunch of sisters. I don't know what they would think, but I think the cat's kind of out of the bag that I'm a reader. I have my own channel. So, but I don't know. I just put up with what people, you know, tell me. If they say it's like a bad idea, I don't really listen to them. I don't think it's evil. I really don't think it's evil. I think it's kind of intrusive, the way people use it, the way that they want to know about other people. But I mean, just for your own sake, it can be illuminating to see where you're at. Like what themes might be coming up in your life. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think it gets misused a lot. Yeah, and then the Bible does talk about it, I think, which I haven't read too much about it in the Bible. Right, and then there's the tarot readers that kind of ruin it for the good ones. Hi, Swati. Will you be in a relationship with N soon or over a month later? The moon, illusions, fears, confusions, having to trust your own intuition. To the Nine of Wands, keeping and maintaining boundaries, perseverance. And the Page of Swords, a gossip, spy, prying eyes, the truth. I think it's going to take longer than a month. I think it's going to take more than a month if you guys have your boundaries up. So I'm not thinking anytime soon, Swati. Can you guys hold on a second? I'll be right back. Hi, Lily. Just a second, Lily. I have the Ace of Wands, a new project, inspiration, the urge to create. To the Seven of Swords, theft, betrayal, dishonesty, running away. And the Page of Cups, a studious kid, a new lover, volunteer work. Hi, Maya. I have temperance number 14, have patience, balance, moderation, self-control. To the Ace of Pentacles, a new job, promotion, new income. And the 10 of Wands, stress, exhaustion, too many burdens, job burnout. He does want to be with you. He is genuine. You're welcome, Maya. $50, Taisha, Taylor. Just kidding. They're not $50. You can donate $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, whatever you can afford. I usually do 3 cards for $5, 6 cards, $10, and Celtic Cross readings for $15. I recommend getting the Celtic Cross because it's really in depth and it really provides you with a lot of information. And it's a really good spread. But you can pay whatever you would like or just get it for free. I am doing a super chat challenge. I'm asking people to super chat me $5. And I have about 9 super chats left to go till I reach my goal. You're currently going through a breakup. I'm sorry to hear. Oh, Cash App. Awesome. I love Cash App. It's my favorite app. At the heart of the matter, we have you. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands, very confident, self-assured. You're probably the life of the party. You also have a really good nose for business, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I want you to check out in this card, she has a lion who is sitting next to her. She's tamed this lion. So she's just super confident, which is a great place to be in to start off with. What's crossing you right now is job responsibilities, stress. There might be too much on your plate. You might need to kind of wipe the slate clean, take a break from your responsibilities. And if that meant like any caretaking of the boyfriend, because sometimes some of us tend to caretake people around us. Underneath, we have the High Priestess, which is secrets. Tarot often reveals a lot of secrets. You might be holding on to some secrets yourself, but this is like mysteries, things that you really just need to trust your own intuition. Like you need to trust your own intuition if moving on is for the best. In the recent past, we have the Queen of Cups. So you've done nothing wrong. You've been very compassionate. You're a healer. I pick up on something that you might be a caretaker of some sort with this Queen of Cups, water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But she's definitely a healer. Up above, we have the Four of Wands, a homecoming celebration, family, friends, reunions, perhaps a marriage. This has more to do, I think, not so much with your guy, but I think it has to do with your family, feeling really rooted in your family. But you are also on what we call a twin flame journey. That you have a twin flame, you have a soulmate. We just don't know if it's this guy yet. What is upcoming? The Empress, fertility, creation, pregnancy, abundance, good parenting. I would be very, very cognizant of the fact that you're a woman and you could get pregnant, because I'm pulling on the Empress, which means you could definitely get pregnant, Taisha. What can I get for how you're showing up? The Five of Pentacles, maybe some financial difficulties, financial adversity. Sometimes with the Five of Pentacles, we can feel like we don't have enough. Oh, you can't get pregnant. Okay, well, if you can't get pregnant, then it just means that you're connecting to nature in a deep way. Or you're very like motherly to other people around you. Even if we can't be mothers, we can be motherly. Or it could mean that your mom has a strong influence in your life. What is the environment for Tanisha? The Eight of Wands, speed, action, air travel, love letters coming in very quickly. The person who has your heart is going to send you a letter. You're a Taurus. Cool. I'm getting a little Taurus energy with the Five of Pentacles. What are your hopes and fears? The Five of Swords, you fear conflict, disagreements, or arguments. So this person you really don't want to get into an argument with. You're kind of over the battle, but you fear that the battle isn't over. And what is the outcome? The Three of Pentacles, teamwork, collaboration, skill, quality, and craftsmanship. I see you moving on and focusing on your money. You might have... You might have a really good idea brewing in your head. Or you might... I think what's really going on is that you're really stressed out by your job. And so you want to get another job. And I don't think this reading is about this guy in your life, because I don't see him anywhere except for in the environment where it says he might be sending you love letters. So he might love bomb you. Actually, which I don't think you're going to respond well to. I just get a sense that you're not the kind of person who would respond well to getting love bombed by him. Let me know if that resonates with you. I do see a marriage soon, though. So you will be married soon. And that could be the secret. The reading doesn't tell me who you're going to be married to, but it just tells me that you have the potential to get married, and very soon, actually. Hi, Kanana Tribe. Will your paper go good? I would say, would your paper go well, Kanaya Tribe? We don't use the word good in that way. I can try Taisha on getting more information on who you're going to marry. Kanaya Tribe, I would suggest stop watching tarot now because I'm pulling the devil energy. Instead of focusing on your studies, you're watching tarot. So I think you need to. I'm also getting the 7 of Swords, theft, betrayal, dishonesty, and running away. I think you're going to have to. I think you're going to have to buckle down and get to work with the Knight of Wands. Get really creative with your paper, but definitely stop watching tarot so that you can get to your work. I feel like I'm being really honest and straightforward today. I hope it's not like offending anybody. Marissa, you would like a general love reading. I have the King of Swords, someone who's very intelligent, very strategic, very intentional. To the Chariot, action and change, perhaps a new vehicle. And the 6 of Swords, a necessary transition, relocating or moving. I think whoever is coming in, they're coming in really fast, Marissa. They're probably an air sign or a Cancer. But the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I'm getting heavy air energy. Thank you, Taisha. Okay, so let's ask for Taisha. Taisha, I'm going to switch to a different deck. My favorite deck. I don't know. Do you have a favorite deck, Taisha? Or some kind of theme that you might resonate more with? I have what I'm holding right now is Beetlejuice the movie. Or I have Ghostbusters or Alice in Wonderland. Or I just have the really traditional ones that are like these are the really traditional decks. While I'm waiting for Taisha to get back to me, I'm going to see for Grace if a reunion with Mark is possible in future. Yes, it is with the Ace of Wands. This is the SEX card, or a new project, inspiration, the urge to create. To the High Priestess, secrets, mysteries, intuition, trusting your own intuition. And the 10 of Wands, stress, exhaustion, too many burdens, job burnout. I think a reunion is possible. but I think you might be reaching some kind of burnout. You like Alice? Hi, Jason. Ooh, these cards are slippery. Huh. I opened it up to the Lovers. So this reading is definitely about love. I think that just means that you're going to marry your soulmate, Taisha. What is at the heart of the matter for who is or who will Taisha marry? 5, 6, 7. The 7 of Swords, theft, betrayal, dishonesty, or running away. There could be something that you or him is not completely honest about. What's crossing you is the 9 of Pentacles, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain, and solo pleasures. So what's crossing you is that this person wants to stay single. They want to stay in their 9 of Pentacles and not get to the 10 of Pentacles with you. They want to stay independent. What's underneath? The 3 of Swords, heartbreak, divorce, loss, separation, or grief. The person that you end up with might be divorced or might have lost a family member, or has gone through some kind of deep, deep grief. In the past, we have the 2 of Wands. This is waiting on results, making a choice, travel plans. So they're trying to figure out how to get to you. Up above, we have the Knight of Swords, someone who's very fast talking, very ambitious, very determined. This is the person I was waiting for. I was waiting for some kind of knight or king to show up, and finally a knight shows up. So your guy is definitely, I think I said this before. Well, no, I didn't say this before. But he could be most likely an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius. In the near future, we have the 2 of Pentacles. This is multitasking, weighing 2 different options. It's kind of like having 2 job applications and not knowing which one to apply for. And if you apply it to love, it can be like having 2 options, like 2 guys that could be potential husbands. You're showing up as justice, though. If you do get married, you might consider getting married in front of a judge. Someone who, I feel like this is trying to tell you that there will be a marriage that's fair and balanced and like equal. I'm getting the Empress in your environment. We definitely got the Empress in the last spread. This is you showing up, someone who's very motherly, very caring, very compassionate, more like water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. In your hopes and fears, you want to be the Queen of Swords, someone who's very honest, rigorously honest, and self-sufficient. So you don't feel like you need a man to get married to, is how I'm feeling. In the outcome, we have the Seven of Wands. This is self-defense, standing your ground, because there's already a victory that you've won. And now you just have to defend your position with the Seven of Wands. Hi, Love Light. Again, Taisha, I hope some of that resonates with you, and thank you so much for cash apping me that much. I know I said the contest is going to be via PayPal only, but I think I'm going to change it so that you can win the contest, Taisha. Donate 15 via Cash App. And the winner is going to be selected on 12/22 of 2025. You know, is Intuitive Jen still here? I forgot to read for Jen. I skipped Jen. Oh, I hate skipping people. Hey, BJ. Hey, Love Light. Does DB the Scorpio miss my presence when I'm at work and not around? The Three of Pentacles, teamwork, collaboration, skill, quality, and craftsmanship. Yeah, they wish that they could be working together with you in a team environment. To the Ten of Swords, and ending, betrayal, feeling backstabbed. Something's coming to an end. I'm not quite sure what it is. Love Light. And the Knight of Swords, someone who's very ambitious, very determined, throws themselves in to get what they want. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm getting a little bit confused with the Knight of Swords on the Ten of Swords. It's almost like you have to stop missing him, and you just need to start working together as a team. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm seeing it. Is that this idea that you guys can't work together is not true. Like, you could actually do something with him. Like, it's two yeses and a no. Because the Ten of Swords is a no. The Knight of Spears or Swords is a yes, I think. And the Three of Pentacles is a definite yes. Will BJ, will Jody call you anytime soon? It's more of a yes than a no, Love Light. Hi, Bright Future for me. I have the Fool, a fresh new beginning, taking chances, going on an adventure. Jody is kind of just about to be going on, having some really great fun by herself. To the Ten of Swords, and ending, betrayal, feeling backstabbed. In your case, I think there was an ending and Jody isn't going to call. But I'm also getting the Hierophant, which is traditions, conventional expectations, and conformity. So that leads me to believe that although there was a very painful ending, she's gonna feel like obligated to call you because of tradition. And it's going to happen within the next 5 days. 5 to 5 weeks. Let's see, Bright Future. The Two of Wands, waiting on results, making a choice, travel plans. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. To the King of Pentacles, a solid and practical leader, a wise investor, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the Six of Swords, a necessary transition, relocating or moving, or perhaps just taking a vacation. Hi, Marissa. I wanted to thank you for your donation the other day, but you sent it to the wrong account. You sent it to the wrong Catherine McCoy. When you're sending me donations via PayPal, make sure it goes to Empress of Tarot 01. That Catherine McCoy. Hi, NSF. Hi, Ella. Oh, I'm so glad you love that bright future. Um, my name's actually spelt with a Y. It's Katy or Kate. What can I get for Marissa? General love reading. The Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment, your wishes being fulfilled. Pretty much everything going pretty perfectly. This is a lot of happiness in a relationship or being happily single. Water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. To strength, number 8, Leo energy, unconditional love, self-respect, courage, overcoming obstacles. And then I wanted to look something up on the zodiac for strength. It can also represent confidence and inner strength. This card embodies Leo's vibrant personality and leadership qualities. To the Eight of Wands. Speed, action, air travel, love letters coming in very quickly. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Give me a second, Ella. I love your reaction, by the way. Ooh. It's really hard to read tarot and smoke cigarettes at the same time. NSF, I don't think you're going to receive money in the next 2 hours. The reason why is because I have the Chariot, which is action and change. This is in your past position. So, in your past, something was coming to you very quickly. But in your present, you're currently depressed or bored, feeling like really apathetic. And when you're in that state, money doesn't really come to you. But you are manifesting money with the Magician. This is focus, creativity, and turning visions into reality. So the more you manifest, the better off you are. And the Magician, Hi, Optimist Heart. Hi, Monroe. I'm not hearing anything from NSF, so I will move on to Ella. Ella, did you want no contact cards? Okay. I will just grab you one no contact. They have something to say. There's something I really want to share with you, and they're waiting for the right time to tell you. In your past, I have the Four of Cups, water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You might have felt down or disappointed, maybe even depressed. To the Five of Pentacles, financial difficulties, financial adversities, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the Moon, Pisces energy, number 18, confusions, illusions, not seeing things clearly, having to trust your own intuition. It's kind of like looking at this card and seeing these ghosts and trying to figure out if they're real or not. What can I get for Optimist Heart? Will V and property manager extend lease long term since working with CA and RSC? Yes or no? A maybe with the Seven of Cups. This is too many options, commitment issues. Water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. To the Eight of Swords, no. Self-imposed restrictions, isolation, or imprisonment. You might feel like you're bound to them in some way. And a yes with the Two of Wands, waiting on results, making a choice, travel plans. It kind of turns into a yes, but at first it's a maybe to a no to a yes. What can I get for Monroe? Will the job reach out to me today? No with the Nine of Swords, anxiety, worries, depression, nightmares. To a no with the Hermit, number 9, solitude, taking time out to meditate, going within to find spiritual illumination and spiritual truth. Virgo energy, and it is the year of the Hermit, Monroe. And eventually they'll reach out, just not today. Number 21, this is completing a goal, lesson, immigration, travel, celebrations. What can I get for Stargazing Girl? Will Sabahi and her get married eventually? The Five of Pentacles, financial difficulties, financial adversities in the past. To the Nine of Swords, a no, anxiety, worries, nightmares, depression, air energy. And a yes with the Two of Wands, waiting on results, making a choice in travel plans. Eventually, they will get married. So who all is still here? Participants. Minro, any feedback on that? Any questions? Did you hear your answer, Minro? Stargazing Girl, I would love to answer that question, but I would suggest a donation since this is your second question for this live. Am I wrong, or have you already asked a question today? I could be wrong. Sorry about that. The internet went down. It happens periodically, but not too often. Hi, Dorilla. It's just you and me, Dorilla. Is TL trying to get on your Facebook? The Six of Pentacles, generosity, giving and receiving help in the past. He wanted to give you a gift in the past. To the Seven of Cups, too many options, commitment issues. I don't think he would even know how to do it. And the Four of Wands, a homecoming celebration, family, friends, reunions, perhaps a marriage. No, I don't think he's smart enough to figure it out, Dorilla. Hi, King of Wands. The pair, the lovers, a deep connection, the strength of two, your soulmate. To the Seven of Cups, too many options, commitment issues. And the Six of Cups, a reunion, nostalgia, good memories, innocence. At first, I wouldn't expect a phone call back based on the Seven of Cups. Like they have too many people to call back that they wouldn't even think to call you back. But in the future, I feel like they will call you back with the Six of Cups because they remember that they liked you and they still want to talk to you. So it's a yes.